offense has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis.
Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Greg Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis. No run back here on the opening kickoff, as we'll start at the 25. Right to the air is Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Jackson now. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Back deep, Brandon Powell.
This is taken at the 23. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Going to begin the drive here with Madison.
There he goes, left side.
Now he's loose at the 40, inside the 20.
Touchdown, Vikings. Alexander Madison, 73 yards.
And the Vikings get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that makes the score 7-0.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Looking to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews.
He's across midfield. Look at the big fella go. Inside the 20.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 75 yards.
And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Josh Oliver, and that'll bring up second down. Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To the air again, it's Cousins. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48, a gain of just 1.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Joe Williams. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Flush to his right. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. These two teams all tied after 1. throwing on first down. It's Jackson.
No hesitation, goes right back to Likely.
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
Now it's Jackson.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. Their tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
Here's Cousins. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Here's a give to Madison running right. Now he's free at the 35. And he gets this one down to the 24. 132 yards rushing for him now as this sensational afternoon continues.
And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. Back to the ground on first down. Here's Madison. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Play action now. Cousins.
He gets it to Addison.
It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. On the handoff, it's Madison. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Cousins to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
The kick by Joseph is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On second down, here's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly.
And now off to the races down the right side.
He's on his way. Look at the big man rumble.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misstep misfortune on the next kickoff because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you? In the NFL, every play is critical. And if you give up something cheap there, all that advantage they just gained goes right out the window.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Nwangu now from his end zone.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
They go play action. Cousins.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Cousins now. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. And now they're in the hurry-up. Play fake. Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. On play action, Cousins.
Completes this to Addison out left. And the Vikings are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Madison.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Again, Madison. And this time he'll work his way in. Touchdown, Vikings. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Kevin O'Connell choosing to leave his guys out there, and they'll go for 2.
Cousins will try and throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Marcus Davenport, he's the one who runs him down, and my goodness, that is just a disastrous loss for this offense. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Marcus Davenport picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Oh, the return is Powell.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. On the toss, Madison. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
153 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now a give to Madison. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 24. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. He has his target. It's Addison. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 14. From the red zone now, Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings! Kirk Cousins on the connection to Justin Jefferson. And the Vikings have taken a 4th quarter lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
So now here are the Vikings faced with a big 2-point conversion attempt. They'll try and throw for it. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. They need their best drive of the game right here.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Jackson to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at the quarterback.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario get enough first downs, and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. Boy, 184 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. Fourth quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage. There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Here's Madison running on first down.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They give to the fullback on the dive. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And that will keep this a 3-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Jackson.
The ball comes out on the hip, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Now Jackson. Still going inside the 20.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Now Cousins. Making the catch, this is the tight end, Oliver. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10.
Escaping the pressure right.
And he'll have a quick first down here as he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
This is 1st and 10.
Cousins. This one caught over the middle. It's Oliver, the tight end. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Cousins to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Here's 1st down.
One last shot for Jackson. Flushed out right.
This ball intercepted.
Picked up by Ron Williams.
He's on his way.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.